Oh, the button has been pushed. Say hi, 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 hi.
Give me 2 seconds. I need coffee.
Okay. Well, we already started. Silver tongues. There we go. I'm gonna save it. Bonk. Look at that. Welcome back to Silver Tongues if you're watching, but nobody's probably watching, so I mean hi anyway. Dur!
Yes.
Did you want to wait for Paolo to get his coffee, or did you want to give us a rundown on the last time of Silver Tongues?
Oh, Paolo remembers everything himself. He doesn't need a reminder. So last time, we opened the sarcophagus and found a seemingly dead body of Zakira. But you know, her eyes glowed white and the mummies attacked because I don't know why. But either way, the mummies were mean. But we killed them without too many issues. Penguin got mummy rot. Gyro takes Zakira. And with Night Vale's special eyes, we able to find out that her necklace is a key. After much attempting to destroy the necklace, we realized, oh hey, we should use that on the key in the wall on the central chamber after we went down the stairs. So hey, we opened the thing in the wall, and we go into that other room. There's a guardian thing that stops some of us, well, stops hunting for us from coming in because he's all greedy and wants to steal stuff. Other than that, we eventually find another sarcophagus where we find another seemingly dead horse, but not dead, because they're actually the queen, but you know, somehow still preserved and not rotting. We don't know what's going on, really. All we know is Damien's evil.
To be fair, I didn't want to steal anything from this place. Just thought I'd make that clear.
Fair enough. Well, that pretty much does bring y'all up to scratch, as the top of the sarcophagus does in fact open to show, because remember it was in 2 parts and they kind of split and came together in the center there, to show what Dur had described as a totally not a decaying dead body, rather an unconscious one of the queen, who you have guided in the spirit realm back toward the necropolis, at least in her spirit form there. This one seems to be still breathing, and, mind you, also seems to be very unconscious.
Oh man, I'm getting some real mummy vibes here. It's gonna be the Scorpion King.
So what are you guys doing?
I suppose we
Should
should
book
take
her.
What was that?
I was going to say we should boop her.
I do think
This
we
is
should
how you get
take her
cursed.
with us. So we agree with, I guess, booping her / picking her up.
You do both of those things, I'm assuming in the correct order. As you boop her first, then lift her up. Oof. She does not seem to awaken, and is, for all intents and purposes, dead weight at this point. She's just kind of flopping where you put her, on your back.
Cool.
You have hoisted said pony. What are you doing? Or sorry, 6.
I guess we should leave.
You flop her around, she hits her head on the wall.
Oh, I should unpause the game. There you go, now you can move.
Yay.
Penguin is kind of like looking in. Is everything alright? There's this movement, and I don't hear a lot of screaming. Oh dear.
What are they doing now?
And Penguin kind of backs up, and he points toward Gyro, who seems to be exiting with somebody on his back.
2 people on my back, I guess, because I would have left Zakira out here, didn't I? Shoot. Yeah, probably. I don't know where Zakira is at the moment.
She's wherever you want to have put her prior to going in.
I was like, some boyfriend. Where did I put that body of her?
I trade this corpse for Zakira.
Penguin rushes forward to kind of like hoist the weight of that one. Mind you, it's a little bit of difficulty, but again, it puts her on his back.
You can take care of this one, Penguin.
Okay. He says he kind of like balances a little bit. Oh, it's a little hard, I'm not going to lie.
It's not like you have a giant dragon or anything that could lift that.
He blinks and looks at you in your small form.
I'm not my small form.
Oh no, you're in your big form. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a large creature.
There you go. Sorry, I thought you were still small from the whole wall thing, or normal. And he kind of looks up. Well, if you would like to help.
I'll just lift her up with my claws and put her on my back.
He seems much more at ease with this solution.
Alright, we have 2 corpses now, let's go.
Yeah, for the best. Before we collect a third. You're not gonna drop dead on us, are you? Hunting?
Well, good luck carrying me if I do.
Yeah, we just have to leave you to the Sphinx Guardian. Is there a reason why you didn't come join us?
Frickin' laser eyes.
I know not what you're talking about, but alright.
Pingwing is kind of just following along a little bit. And it looks like Hunting Force is leaving. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna follow. With
Okie
Kira.
And you do so, exiting the front between the paws of the giant Sphinx statue. As you guys exit and come back to the wonderful map of Wati over here.
So, how much do you think this is sacrilege, what we're doing?
I'm sure the priest will endorse it.
I'm sure he won't. But
enough so that as you exit the the temple itself, going out the doors, you start hearing kind of that rumble behind you, and the doors kind of swing shut. A white line appears from the bottom and top steel where it closes together. Then from where they started, goes both to the left and the right to complete the seams as if the door was never there. And before you, as the door is in the middle of the 2 paws of the Sphinx laying down, you see that very, very quickly, quicker than something this big should be able to do, all of the claws kind of go and claw out onto the dirt.
I was expecting to touch nothing but the lamp.
Yeah.
Alright, carrying my load, I guess I will fly off this shit of an island.
You begin to fly off of the island. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Hey, question, does this girl have her necklace on her?
This girl, yeah.
Okay. Hey, we ran into her before, right?
Yeah, she is definitely the one who we met in the spirit realm.
So, and she's alive. What happens if we bring her to the necropolis?
I feel like that's what we're supposed to do. Plus, that's our only lead for Zakira, so...
Alright.
Yeah.
I forget, out of character, are there like mortal guards in the necropolis, or just the spirit ones?
There are guards.
I'm
sorry.
Sit outside of the necropolis.
Yeah.
Inside, from the physical world, you guys haven't been able to see yet, as the inside of it seems to be obscured by an incredibly thick fog.
Yeah,
Well,
damn it, fog.
Let's go inside.
If I remember right, I don't think they'll let us in till the celebrations.
No, we got permission. We have this slip of paper. Gyro taps paper. We just can't get back out until the celebration.
mean-
How many days away is that?
Days away. If I check your guys' calendar, that is a good question, actually. Let me just pull up the calendar. It's been quite a bit.
It's like a
since
week,
have
I
actually-
think.
Oh, it's another month away.
Oh god, no! It is about
7 days.
something about a week, give or take. I'm pulling up the thing now, but
6 days, actually.
that should be around where it is. Yeah. Second silver time calendar somewhere. I'll find it. In the meantime, yeah, it's about a week.
Yeah, do we really want to spend a week with a bunch of dead guys?
Well, yes, if it'll get Zakira back.
You're jumping to conclusions there. That it will get Sakura back.
Yeah,
That's
I think
our
you're
only lead we have.
Yeah, you got. Oh, it's a little bit more than a week. Sorry, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 days.
That's not what you said last a couple weeks ago.
Was it?
You said it's 7 days when we asked the priest.
Oh, my bad. That'd be 1, 2, 3.
It'd be 6 days because we slept that night.
Oh yeah, I think my days are off on this calendar. I forgot I updated it. So yeah, that'd be correct. Sorry. You guys are.
So
you guys
why
are
don't we try
boys.
looking for new leads?
Because every day or every minute we spend not chasing our lead is a minute that Zakira is stuck like this.
I mean, this girl's been stuck like this for how long? She seems fine.
I don't give a fuck about that girl.
All right. Well, if you want to spend an entire week in Deadland, go ahead. I'm going to go look for a library.
Can you
Oh.
read?
A library
A
for what?
Library.
Yeah. You know, maybe something like this has happened before when we can just find a book on it.
What do you mean something like this happened before?
Yeah,
I mean,
Hoist like like the living dead body over my shoulder.
I think a subject matter expert of, like, living in dead creatures, maybe the cleric of nearby who, maybe knows stuff about this area, may be the better expert to talk to in a book.
all right, we can go talk with him first, I guess.
I mean, he'll probably hate us for what we've done. I bet.
But then we are going to go rescue Zakira.
Fine.
Unless he
will,
has some better idea. But he seemed to indicate already that this was our proper course.
Maybe we don't need that body and we can just put it back there?
Hmm.
It's too late for that.
Look, we've got the body now. We might as well hold on to it. Who knows? Maybe good things will happen.
So it's like a good luck charm?
You have weird ideas of good luck, mister.
It's true.
Hunton uses her as a puppet. I agree with Hunton.
Penguin looks at you very kind of squinting. That's really rude.
I think some god's gonna punish us eventually for this.
Yeah, it's not like she minds or anything.
Remember, we brought this girl to her already in her spirit form. So obviously we should bring her there in her real form.
Or maybe she's like us when we were spirity. Maybe she just needs to return to her body.
I mean, gyro makes kind of sense, maybe.
Anyway, we'll head to the priest, and then head to the necropolis, I guess.
Good. We should probably buy enough food.
And
That-
other supplies.
Yes.
Also, we need to cure Pingwing.
Yes.
Yeah, Penguin got mummy rot, if I recall correctly.
Well, yeah.
Yes, he is
You
not.
can have
It has
to
been
him
several
down.
weeks.
What was that?
We're gonna have to put him down.
No, we'll be fine.
All right, so somebody pull a trigger. Where are you guys going first?
We're going
We're
to the
going
temple.
The
Temple.
temple.
Whoosh! I move you to the temple. And as you guys start flying toward the temple, closer and closer and closer, you'll notice that some of the guards are kind of like doing that thing where from afar they'll motion for you to like lower your flight height and things like that. They seem to be ramping up security around the actual necropolis itself. This is pretty close.
Hunton will roll his eyes and fly lower.
Yeah. It was from the distance, however, they didn't seem to really take note of what you were carrying, as you guys alight in front of the temple steps.
God, I bet they're gonna have a curfew next. Alright, go ahead and hide.
Alright. You guys are in front of the temple. What are you guys doing?
Go inside.
Yeah, we're going inside.
Fair enough.
We're going right in.
You walk right into the temple, having that same bit of effective, I guess muting of your own voice, as you guys kind of like are now quieter upon entering the thing. There doesn't seem to be anybody necessarily here in their worship quite yet, however, save the priest who is in front of his altar. Kind of facing away with it, seemingly reading some kind of text behind him.
We brought a dead body for you.
Oh,
He's not dead.
and he kind of perks up as if he heard something, and then kind of goes back to reading as you kind of talk from the distance, and in that kind of whispery, hushed tone that the temple takes a great property on. He didn't seem to have heard you, the old man.
He's just ignoring us. Let's go
He
wander up.
He doesn't want to deal with us anymore.
I mean, if I had to deal with Gyro, I wouldn't either.
Wow.
Alright.
I feel like this dragon is racist against griffins.
I assume you guys take the time to get closer and actually try to whisper
Yes.
to him there. Okay. Yeah, he is an old man. He's still hard of hearing. And
We brought you a dead body.
yeah,
I must say it's like that.
And he turns around and he kind of like, he doesn't have his glasses on that he had before. You kind of see him like squinting. He's like, oh, sorry. And he puts on his glasses. I do dearly hope you're joking, he says as he puts on the glasses. And then his face falls. Oh dear.
Well, she's not dead.
It's
She's
complicated.
just mostly dead.
And he kind of blinks. And suddenly he starts to look a little astonished. Also hunting for his chicky whispers. He starts kind of walking forward. He actually drops his little cane as he kind of just like walks forward more and more. And the more he does, I will point out that slowly as she gets closer to the center of the temple, her own body starts to begin to glow more and more and more closer as the cleric gets, until he kind of stumbles onto his knees, and he actually begins lightly bowing effectively before the edge of her.
She's not soft whisper. Why are you bowing?
And he doesn't pull his head up a little bit. Please set her down.
Hunter will softly let her down.
I guess it was wrong voice, but you get it. And he keeps his head lowered as you set her down, and as she touches the temple floor, you do see from her body where there is light spreading up the different various cracks of the actual temple floor for just a moment, kind of in a weird pulsating way, like it just goes poof out in a wave, all the way up the temple until it was out of sight. The glowing stops briefly, and he keeps his head lowered. Where did you find this child? Where did you find her?
She doesn't look like a child to me. But we found her in the Sphinx, in the depths of its basement.
And
To be fair, I had nothing to do with this, Robin.
Well, you see, the actual answer is we found our other friend Zakura, who also is like a dead body, with a key on their neck on a necklace, and we used that key to open a door, where we got past some weird guardian thing it let us by, and then we found this body. It's complicated.
and he looks up. Oh dear, and he kind of looks as if at his hands, as if he was wondering if he should do something before going over. And you see him actually like try his best to like kind of scoop her up, as if to like try to lift her up himself. Though he is an old man, he seems to be having a little bit of trouble. He kind of struggles.
Hunter will give him a hand, I guess.
You help him as he seems to be thankful for the help. Please bring her up to the altar.
Hunter will move her to the altar.
And setting her there, you see the cleric take out his holy symbol of Soft Whisper, wherein he kind of starts putting it over her body. He seems to be doing the same thing that he's done in the past, checking for wounds that you guys have seen him do, that kind of thing. That's what he's doing there, until he kind of pulls it back. She feels empty.
Yeah, well, we gave her spirit to Soft Whisper, remember? You were kind of upset about that initially, from what I recall.
He looks down. Now more so than ever, he says as he shakes his head. This is the late Queen Amenta. I hope you do realize. It's a spitting image of her.
We know.
We saw her.
We met her. We led her to Soft Whisper, as we said.
And what was the reception again?
She got brought into a spot where no other spirit could get to. That they'd been trying for ages. She was the only one who could get there to meet her herself. And then we were kicked out.
Well, no, we were kind of asked if anyone wants to do a challenge thing, and we volunteered.
Yes.
We were like her guardians or something?
Yes. We went and destroyed the guardian statues.
And he's kind of looking left and right extremely quickly. This is not good. This is not good. And he kind of starts pacing. He holds his forehead. He's kind of rubbing it, and he's doing that thing where he like. It's reminiscent of like if a child does something that's super fucking bad, but you know that they're a kid and they didn't know any better. He's got like that sort of look in his eyes as he's pacing back and forth. Need not remind me of the seals that have been broken thus far.
We acted on behalf of your god. I don't see why you're so upset.
And he opens his eyes. That is no god that I know. And he looks down toward Amenta.
Soft Whisper isn't your god?
And he nods. Of course she is. But she would have never never agreed to have such seals broken, especially ones keeping this very place safe.
But she did.
Unless that wasn't Soft Whisper that spoke to us.
And he squints back a little bit. And he looks back down to her. She is in that very same state that you had found yourself in several, 1 or 2 days ago. And he looks back, he kind of like ponders a little bit. If you had seen her soul, why is she not returned to her body? He looks back towards you, kind of squinting.
Because we gave her soul to Soft Whisper, as was requested. We delivered her.
Yeah, she wanted to go meet Soft Whisper, so we brought her to Soft Whisper, and we don't know what they're doing after that. We're kind of here now.
They're probably having a tea party with other dead people.
He growls a little bit.
I'm guessing he's upset he wasn't invited.
Ah.
I'm whispering to Dur, but loudly.
Yeah, you can see like the cane that he'd picked up upon coming up here. He's like doing that thing where his paws kind of like drum along the side, like he's like you're testing his patience.
I guess we're not the only ones who don't like you.
Oh, what?
Hunting Force is going to give a claw to Moon there, or Knight there.
Dunk.
Oh, there you come, Moon.
And the cleric kind of rolls his eyes at this, appreciating the clunk from a distance, he's sure. And he looks back down. I have been one of the most devout followers of Soft Whisper since the day I was born upon this earth. I guess the land of Astia. And he kind of shakes his head toward the ground. I get many messages from my god, many through the years, and this was not something that was ever told to me. He shakes his head. He's kind of gruff in his voice, as if like he's kind of choked up almost.
He's upset about not being invited.
I refuse to believe that who you were speaking to was in fact Soft Whisper.
So you're saying we got conned by some spirit?
He squints.
Some spirit who could be the only spirit to access Soft Whisper's home?
And he looks back almost slightly, like, dreadfully. If you are ones not to believe that my very faith can be shaken, then that's what I would suggest.
That would mean you're admitting a spirit is more powerful than Soft Whisper.
Once again, he drums along his staff once more.
Yeah, Gyro, you know that little voice telling you should shut up? You apparently don't have one.
I thought that was there.
Dur does the thing that Dur does best, which is not get involved with very provocative things.
He's not gonna go and say, "Hey, yeah, your god is." No.
Child, I do not have the time nor the energy right now to argue with you and whatever weird god that throws you off cliffs has to say.
No, it's just his own dumbass that does that.
Also, what amulet is she wearing? That dead one. That semi-dead one.
The dead one? Oh, sorry, I misworded that earlier. She does not, carrying through the last session.
Okay, so she doesn't have an amulet.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I mentioned that at the beginning. And
Alright.
to this, he starts looking back toward the body of Mentor, kind of looking her up, looking her down. The queen does not have her necklace. Perhaps this is why she is not returned to her body. And he looks toward you there, Night Vale. Kind of eyes that necklace.
Yeah?
Hand it here.
I'll give it to you when we get her spirit back.
He looks at you. Hand the necklace here, boy.
What have you done for me lately? Besides almost killing us all.
And this is when you see him very impatiently raise his staff and thunk it onto the ground, wherein you see another great wave of light. I said hand it here, boy.
Wait. He was working with Damien. What if he is actually the bad guy here? And he's just trying to throw us for a loop now?
I'm gonna tilt my head and roll sense motive.
Go for it.
Because Soft Whisperer told us those things, but he disagrees. Maybe he's working with Damien still.
Night Vale, you get the impression that he is very impatient with you right now. This is kind of one of those situations where, like, I mean, given how he's acted with this person in here, it's almost like you are, doing something very religiously abhorrent by not really giving him the thing he wants, and that impression is definitely coming across, given the way he's carrying himself.
I thought people your age already knew how to have patience.
And he kind of squints. Boy, I have all the patience in the world for the youth. What I do not have patience for is holding on to something that is not yours and that belongs to this, and he looks down toward the ground, to this queen. Now hand the necklace here.
Nightfell, weren't you given that in a town quite a ways away?
Yeah, I was given by the Queen's direct descendants, and I have more right to have it than this old guy here. So I won't give it to you.
And he
He's
squints.
going to give it to the queen, though.
You know what?
I-
I'm with Night Vale here.
Yeah, but you're both dumbasses.
So are you?
At least I admit it.
That's fair.
And you see, this is where you see like the top of his staff start kind of swirling just a little bit. Swirl, 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 swirl.
Well, I'm walking away from Nightvale and Gyro.
I think we should get out of here, guys.
Where?
And to this, you see the back door kind of poof, shut. Not without that necklace.
Just give him the damn thing already.
But we're helping Damien if we do that.
And
Gyro, are you trying to just aggravate them?
I'm just saying, he helped Damien earlier. He then claimed that what we did for Soft Whisperer couldn't have been for Soft Whisperer. And then he now suddenly is demanding a necklace off of Night Vale.
It belongs to her, child.
Not to you.
And he squints. I am one of her most devout followers. If anybody is going to have the honor of putting it around her neck, it will not be you.
So you worship an idol, not Soft Whisper. I knew it.
He squints at you. And kind of looks you up and down. And he seems to like almost have that sort of look at him like, it's not worth my time. And continues looking at Night Vale. What are you doing, Night Vale?
Head tilt. He's tilting his head. And then he tilts the other way.
He tilts both ways. The swirling on the top of his staff continues as he looks towards you. Do not try my patience any further.
I'll
Not
let
too far.
the whisper decide. Try your best.
And I need a will save from you.
Are we about to beat up a priest? I think we're about to beat up a priest.
Nightfell is going to try to.
I'm gonna assist Night Vale.
This is a
Yay.
will save. You can't assist Night Vale unless you have
No,
the ability.
no. If Night Vale moves to beat up a priest, I'm gonna assist him.
Aha. All right.
That's what
As he raises his staff, you hear him shout the words. You hear him shout the words "stop," and as he does, his DC is this. Find yourself stunned. For let's see. Let's see, a number of rounds. 9 rounds.
Working title picks up the amulet and flies away.
Well, that's the thing. If you're going to be doing that, we're rolling initiative to see who could get there first.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, hang on. Let me
I'm
pull
trying to find the button.
This is the stupidest thing the party's done so far.
Oh, I mean, what's wrong with the party fighting ourselves and a cleric?
Yep,
Wait,
hang on, I'm pulling
We're
up his,
fighting ourselves.
Yes.
We need combat.
What? Who does that?
I can only press initiative if we roll combat, or I can just roll a
Yeah,
thing
give me-
with the modifier.
Give me just one moment here. I gotta pull up a...
Yes, I don't think me
Well, just-
was expecting this to turn to combat, so
Yeah, give me a second.
take a moment to get things set.
Y'all really out here?
I don't know. It's just all very sus.
Maybe just a little bit, perhaps. Alright.
See, me increase.
Or you're being overly paranoid.
Alright, so give me just your initiative roll in chat. Doesn't need to be a combat thing. I just need you to press the initiative button.
No.
I can't because there's no active combat encounter in your currently viewed scene.
There's an extra somewhere on your sheet.
I mean,
No, hit
it-
the initiative button. That's what it says.
Oh yeah, you're right.
that's dumb.
You can just go roll 1d20 plus.
Combat. There we go.
That was mine because it.
Oh. Yeah, none of us have any actual characters to click on.
Whoosh. You guys should be able to select the party icon if I'm not mistaken. I mean that viewer clickable.
I mean,
But we
yes.
can only see the party. So party rolled 13. Party rolled 9.
All right. What was your bat's initiative there, pal?
I can't press it, so I'm just going to do it manually.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
guess
a
we'll-
+2.
Go for it.
Oh god damn it! I'm so slow.
100% as you go down, sun falling onto your side there, Night Vale. Old man is actually faster to get there than your bat was, in terms of general quickness. Striding on over, almost floating over the ground with his robes kind of dragging along his side there. Though you can't really necessarily see his paws as he does this. Whoosh.
I'm with Paco when it's on my turn.
Night Vale or
No, the priest.
Okay.
what was your initiative?
5.
Yep. Okay, that's fair enough. Yep. So that would be, he kind of goes over there, and you see him just pluck the necklace from your body. He tucks it under his robe, and that's pretty much like his whole, thing. Just being action economy and whatnot. To bring it to the bat's turn. What is the bat doing?
I don't think he can do anything, he's just a bat. He's gonna screech.
He screeches. Screech! Says the guy. Gyro, it's your turn.
Alright,
Hey,
I'm tackling the priest.
How's it Gyro's turn? During hunting. Or,
I mean, I was just kind of mind's eyeing this. I didn't think Durin Hunting actually rolled initiative in here. Let's see.
we did.
Wait, where's your initiatives?
Dirk got 14, I got 13.
Oh, you would have acted before Bat then.
Go for it.
Alright, Dirk.
Huh?
Your turn, Dirk.
Well, Drew's gonna hold his turn because the person has the thing, nothing else is happening, so he's gonna hold until craziness happens shortly.
I mean, I think it's obvious Gyro's going to do something stupid, so Hunting's going to grapple him.
The cleric?
Oh, Gyro.
Gyro.
Oh, Gyro. Fair enough.
Yeah, the one who's threatening to throw bombs at a cleric.
I haven't threatened to throw any bombs.
Well, you're going to do something stupid, so.
By the way, I should mention, like, anybody's free to have Knowledge Arcana the spell here. That he used on Night Vale, you guys are free to do that as well.
Yeah, Hunting's not a spellcaster, so.
Fair enough. I mean, I figured that much, but I need your rolls if you're tackling Gyro. Gyro against yourself.
My CMD is somewhere here. 17.
Well, I rolled a 1, so.
A miss! And I believe Dur next, but Dur holding his turn, right?
Until Gyro does something dumb.
Alright.
I'm tackling the priest.
Alright, Gyro's doing something dumb.
God damn it. It was on an 18, and then it fell on a 4.
And the priest just steps to the side as Gyro golems past him. Whoosh.
And then Dur will take his turn, swoop next to Gyro, and give him a most non-lethally damaging prick of a stab as he can. Then whisper into there, stop.
-4 to your attack roll.
Attack roll, attack, stab.
28 will hit, yes.
Oh, 24, I think. You said -4.
It still hits.
Okay, I stab you non-lethally, I guess.
Non-lethally, non-lethally is stabbed. Wait, is it a miss?
No, it's a.
Okay, yes.
I was like a 28.
Fair enough. Alright. So you do that. Which, I think that would take us up back to the cleric's turn, question mark?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cleric's turn. He turns around, and as he starts walking back up to the thing, you hear him say, "Attempt not to stop this," he says as he picks her up. "It belongs to her." And that's pretty much, I mean, given action economy. He walked, he picked up. I mean, he still has the necklace tucked under his cloak, and he seems to just be holding her kind of like gently, like a baby. Mind you, I will note that, like, actually no, he wasn't able to pick her up before, huh? Sorry, I'm just trying to play fair in the action sequence here. Rather than picking her up, he instead casts a spell which seems to make his arms glow and bends down as if to pick her up. There we go. Look at that. Which I believe would bring it to Dur's turn, correct?
Yes.
Go for it.
Dur's gonna float up in front of Gyro and repeat himself. Stop attacking. Now you start.
Which I believe would be Hunting Forest next, right?
Yes, which I believe Gyro fucks his role and I'm flavoring it like he kind of tried to tackle but failed, and so Hunting's just going to get up and sit on Gyro.
That would also be a grapple.
Yep. There we go. 28.
Gyro, you're grappled.
I am.
And it is now your turn.
Technically, it's Night Vale's turn.
Or Night Vale's turn, sorry. But Night Vale's stunned. Woo.
Yeah. I don't trust that damn priest. Let me up. Let me at him. That's turn.
That is the turn. Which you go back to the cleric's turn, and you see him with rather graceful ease pick up the body as if it were a precious baby, and seems to pull from his robes necklace, which he gently laces around her neck. Once again, that's more or less like in 6 seconds of combat what happens. Which will bring it to Dur's turn. Dur.
He's gonna just hold his turn and just stare at Gyro. Stare.
I ask if you guys are willing to keep this in a combat initiative, or if you want
Probably
to...
not. It depends on
Yeah, I think we've reached the point where combat's no longer needed.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
unless Hunning's letting me up, then yeah.
He's not going to let you up until you calm down.
Alright, the end initiative. As the cleric laces it around him, or her, sorry, and starts seemingly singing a small song, a small hymn of his own, as he looks her up and down, bringing her to the back of the altar, wherein there is a small pedestal that he seems to set her upon, rather than the ground itself. You see him kind of kneel before it, and with one of the Sphinx's paws kind of over the edge, he kind of picks it up and gives it a light kiss of reverence as he continues his hymn.
This is very creepy.
Maybe.
See, he's working for Damien.
Hunting's just going to let out a big fart on you.
You do so. It's weird. And
That now that's getting weird. It's not
Wow.
a kink shame, but this is kind of in public.
Yeah.
regardless, he does stand up after a time. His arm's still glowing lightly, but he turns around with his staff, which is still swirling upon the top and looking at you guys, and looks down. I have been more than patient with you up to this point, but please do not give me a reason to kick you from this church, Bannermains.
Yes, to be fair, this one's not a Bannerman, so...
And he kind of looks down to Gyro. Well, he certainly acts like the Western ones.
No, he is from the West.
Anyway, so what happens if we just put her spirit back into her body?
And he looks back toward her. Well, I presume she would come back to how she is, just as you did. And he looks back towards you guys, and then down to, Night Vale, who is still stunned on the ground. Or Night Vale. 9 rounds is about a minute. Kind of gives it a little bit of a shrug. And you'll be fine here in a moment.
Alright. Well, if there's nothing left, I guess we're off to the necropolis. You know, to get Zakora back. Looks to Gyro.
Zakira, you dumbass.
And he kind of squints a little bit. I still have misgivings about you entering that place before the festival.
Yeah, well, I have misgivings about you, period.
Same.
I mean, it's a little hard for you to speak right now, being stunned.
Right.
You're paralyzed, Bobby.
Although, after a minute does pass, Night Vale, you do feel yourself starting to limber up again. Whatever he had shouted at you was a single word.
Power word stun.
Ooh.
And yet he had his might taken over.
Hey, it's plot convenience.
Plot convenience. It's true.
See, Mimla even admits it.
Who does that? The cleric looks a little, like, miffed at you guys at the moment.
The feeling's mutual.
you guys doing?
Can't believe you guys took his side. He's gonna sell us all out to Damien and whatever sick god he really worships.
Just going to look to Dara and give a roll of my eyes and just let Gyro go and start to leave.
You begin to leave after trying the cleric's patience. And the door behind you that was once closed, you see him turn back toward the body, a wave of his staff, and the door opens for you again.
Wow, you came here and you didn't want to even inquire.
I think I wasted enough time with you and your dumbass plans.
So we lost a body and a necklace. I don't think it was worth to come here.
I agree.
Hey, it's y'all's
We
adventure,
should
not mine.
invade the necropolis. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, it's y'all's adventure, not mine.
Okay, we should invade the necropolis now.
Yes. Seems to be our only lead. As I said, hunting forest. I guess he's already left though, so my irritation probably doesn't go to his ears.
Yes, likely. I did
Damn
say-
whisper, please.
I know. But you'll find yourself outside again in no time, as you can actually hear yourself talk again. You're no longer whispering effectively. Look at that.
Yeah, well, Hunting's going to the necropolis, so
All right, what are the rest of you guys doing?
We should get food probably before we go to the necropolis. Gyro's gonna advocate for that. Getting rations enough to survive such a trip.
I'm pretty sure I can create food if we need to.
Yeah, but what if you die?
Well, don't let me die. Smiley face.
Good point.
out of character, I already have like 42 days of rations and 38 food for my pet, so
Wow. Okay.
I'm good.
We're all good then.
Striding to the doors.
Who says I'm sharing?
Striding to the doors of the necropolis, then I take it?
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
guys stride on over to the doors of the necropolis, wherein, as you guys get about here, you do see a set of guards approach you and put their spears up in an X, blocking your path.
Oh, blow it out your ass and let us in, dudes. I present the papers.
You present the papers to one of them. He strides forward, and he seems to read it. Up and down, and down. Kind of hands it back. A forgery at best.
Hardly.
And he squints. He looks at your vestiture, and then kind of like looks around to the rest of you guys, and his eyes seem to follow on your guys' like armor, specifically some small badges you guys have from your bannerman's occupation. Of course you want to get in. Your bannermains, he says as he kind of like chortles with his friends over there, who kind of a wrong accent. Sorry, I was going for my fancy one. Your bannermains, you. And he stickers. It is one of the worst forgeries I have ever seen. Trying to
If
mimic
you
the
don't
head.
let us in, we're going in.
And he
I
kind of,
mean, we can just go get the head cleric and have him come all the way down here.
oh, please do, he says as he waves his paw.
There's more important things, and he's already pretty angry today.
Yes, I'm sure he's probably gotten a lot of complaints about these fake waivers flying around between all of you.
Hunting Forest is going to walk up like right to this guard's face and says, well then, get someone who can identify this as a forgery then.
And he squares up, and he actually kind of flies up to your level, boots you in like the neck-ish chest, upper chest area, I thought you were the one going to go get the head priest. If he could come out here and verify your story, perhaps I will let you through. But there is no way in Southwest Earth that they would let somebody who is, and he kind of looks you guys up and down, a pony, into this area anyway.
Oh, good. You can let me go in then.
You're no better half bird.
I look around. How many guards nearby there are?
How many guards nearby, indeed?
Give me a perception check.
I'll be right back quickly.
Just around your immediate area, or how far are you looking?
Close enough for combat to start.
Since the conversation began, you would notice that there is at least 6 or 7 guards above you, flying in a circle, as well as the 2.
I'm gonna let you guys know I am like half health, so probably not best for combat.
Plus the 2 who had pushed an X in front of you guys, one of them being the one that was checking the paperwork, and behind them seems to be at least 3 more.
Fine. Go get the fucking priest.
He smiles.
I probably should let you guys go do that.
What if we try to come back here tomorrow and Nightshine winks at you?
No. Go get
How
the
about how about someone who doesn't aggravate the priest or is aggravated by the priest? Go get him.
All eyes
That's
likely
why
to
I said-
endure.
I shouldn't go.
Oh, okay, sorry. I heard the I'll go, and then I had to go drop something off quickly, and then it came back.
No, I said I should probably wait here, is what I said.
Oh, okay.
I figured all eyes probably turned to Dur at that point.
Back to the cleric.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna listen in on my phone, so.
Okay, Dur goes back, flutters back to the cleric. He's like, I'll go deal with it.
It sounds like you are going it alone as you fly back toward the cleric. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Dur! You enter the chamber, wherein you see the cleric bowed in the center of his altar, some distance away from the place where he had set the body, in a pose of reverence, as he seems to be praying and looking down toward the ground.
Who will flutter up and stop like 6 feet away or something and give a quiet chirp. Well, not a quiet chirp. A chirp, but it's quiet either way.
His ears perk, and he looks up slightly. Sometimes I forget to close those windows, and then all the small birds do like to fly in. He gives a slight smile.
That's good. We need to fly in. How else would we tell you that the guards get in the Clapus don't believe your paperwork you gave us that say they should let us in?
He says as he kind of stands up. I take it you're kind of on his shoulder, question mark.
I stop, like if there's a chair, table, something a little bit away. He didn't want to approach while he was, praying and whatnot.
Fair enough. There is a little stand wherein a book would be if he was giving a sermon, like in front of the masses. There's one of those. And he kind of stands a little bit, and he turns to face you. His staff is not glowy. He looks like he's calmed down a fair bit. And he looks left and right, and before addressing your question directly, he simply asks, "And where are your rather infuriating friends, if you don't mind me asking?"
We all thought it'd be smarter if I came to ask you to come help, because I'm less infuriating, I believe.
He kind of like raises an eyebrow. "Well, at least you're honest," he says as he kind of thinks a little bit. "And they don't believe that I have given you a note." And he kind of gives a soft sigh. He thinks. "And you don't have a Persian in your group. Do you know how hard it is to reason with some of the folks here that pony kind are not their enemy, Especially around a time like this, when so many are angry that Bannermanes are going to be allowed in.
Can imagine, the guards seemed kind of racist.
He looks at you up and down. And he looks like he wants to say something, but seems to hold his tongue slightly. Well, I'm refusing to comment on that, he says as he smiles. Though, he kind of thinks a little bit. I still don't see why it is necessary for you to rush to get in there when you can wait until the rest of your Bannermanes come to the island when we open it for all of them.
Well, our friend Zakira is still missing their soul, and really the Necropolis is the only lead we have on that.
And he blinks to you. No, he says as he's kind of pondering a little bit. I think not. He looks upward and kind of points somewhat toward the west. There are temples where you can try to commune with wayward souls if they are indeed allowed to wander. He kind of points toward this area. Bunk. Kind of pointing that direction. Frankly, I know not of many things that would be able to get into the necropolis. In the spirit world itself, there would be no reason for the ancestors of many Persians and Sphinxes to let that of a, he kind of like thinks a little bit, changeling in.
Drew's just gonna tilt his head like 90 degrees to the side. And go, why didn't you tell us this before?
And kind of raises an eyebrow. Because you weren't the one that was talking. Rather, your infuriating friends were. And he gives a smile.
I see.
I hope he means the other two. I was as good as I could be for them.
And
Okay.
To this, he kind of like strides up to the place that you're sitting and kind of sits in front of it. You know the old saying, you attract more flies with honey than vinegar.
True. Drew's just gonna still have a long sigh, think of all the trouble they could have saved if we just knew that before. And then pick up his head and go, okay, I'm sure we can try that first, but if that doesn't work, we'll be back to get you to escort us to the Necropolis. Because they really think that's the solution, but maybe the other one will work.
And he kind of gives a little nod before looking rather curious. Though it does strike me as rather curious how he kind of looks up. You had mentioned that you had heard her talking on the ceiling up on the roof up above this temple, and I myself had seen it scrying through earlier today. She seemed to be more than up and about, commenting and talking. And, he kind of looks to you a little bit. Are you sure that perhaps she's not just sleeping? He kind of thinks a little bit.
Drew shrugs. I don't know. I haven't. She hasn't woken up yet.
Kind of
Do you want us to bring her back and you can check to see if there's a soul in there?
Kind of squints a little bit. So long as the griffin stays out of the temple. Not you.
Okay. We can definitely do that. We can definitely arrange that. He'll stay out and not enter this temple at all.
He smiles
Ha! That's
Or else he'll get stabbed.
and gives you a pat. Pat.
Thanks for your assistance. I'll go gather up the people and hopefully they haven't already killed some guards and gotten arrested. Hopefully.
Meanwhile, back at the guard station, I'm sure that there's a lot of back and forth between the guards and not the Nightveil, the guards at Hunting Forest and Gyro, and Dur, you fly back, and they're still stalwart in their decision, it looks like.
Dur's gonna just flood up himself. Someone say, "Hey, Cleric says we should go actually back to talk to him, all of us."
Yes, go back to your cleric. Go speak to him, he says as he kind of laughs.
Hunted Force is going to turn around and just, with his claw, kick up dirt onto the guy's foot.
It clinks against his shin guards.
Don't worry, we can poison him later.
He
He
does
will
that.
whisper
he
to
does-
Hunting Forest.
Okay, okay.
Anyway, I guess we'll head back. What do the old men want?
Well, he seems to believe that the Necropolis wouldn't be where we'd find any soul of Zakira's. Because apparently even... You know how we couldn't get out? No one really should be able to get in. Even a soul.
Huh.
So, he went, talked about some other ideas, and then asked a very important question. That we didn't really check to see if she's still missing a soul, not just, magically asleep.
I would know if she had her soul.
How?
Are you an expert on souls?
I know my Zakira.
So you want the doctor to examine her?
What?
Yeah,
Put her on the ground.
Okay.
I'm gonna check for a pulse.
You check for a pulse and find one.
Why don't
That
you
means
do
And yeah, that heal check.
It's a heal check.
Yeah, that'd still find one.
Why don't you do your restoration or whatever to wake her from magical sleep?
Because that's expensive, I don't have the material, and we don't know why she's asleep.
Restoration is free. Oh wait, lesser restoration is, but that's the one that probably would work.
Do I need to choose which ability I'm healing when I cast it?
No, I don't think so.
He shrugs. Here we go. And he starts dancing around her for a bit. And then he boops her. Restoration, go!
It's like a Pokemon. Lesser restoration, right?
Yep.
Yes. And 3 rounds later, as you boop her, to hopefully do the thing, are you choosing an ability score to cure?
No, because Jark told me I didn't have to.
I don't think it says you have to
One of the
necessarily.
subject's ability scores or cures 1d4 points of temporary ability damage to the subject's ability scores. One of the subject's ability scores. So you have
Yes.
to choose one.
Well, it doesn't say target though. You don't have to target an ability score. So if we're not targeting, the DM just assigns it to one that's damaged.
Alright. But I
And-
mean, I feel like that's a very, you should choose that as a player thing.
I'm going for Constitution.
Go for it! And give
And
me a D4.
also heals fatigue.
Give me a d4. Oh, you did. And you boop her, and you see glorious, sparkly magic go all the way down her body, back up it, before it reaches back to the nose, and she merely kind of wriggles a little bit, like somebody turning in their sleep. But her eyes remain closed.
How about remove curse?
Why don't we just go to the priest, who probably has the spell we need?
Oh, because he's a cunt.
So, alright, you can use up all your spell slots cycling through this. I'm gonna
Okay.
go get a drink.
I will again waste my spell slots doing this. Remove curse, go!
Is that something you had prepared for today?
I had.
Alright. And you cast Remove Curse. And if there is a curse, I need you to make a caster level check, you.
Hey, Penguin, wanna go get some drinks?
Pingwing is busy looking at a book, and he kind of waves you. No, I don't drink. And he kind of like keeps reading. He keeps his nose buried in the book as he's kind of reading.
Alright. How about you, Dar?
I don't know, someone has to make sure these people don't do anything bad. And if we do go back to the cleric, yeah, that too.
Alright. I guess I'll solo go to the bar.
And you solely go to the bar. Where'd you go?
Split the party, yay!
Woo! Sorry, you rolled a d20, you cast subject. Yeah, there you go. And as you attempt to try to remove a curse, if there is one, nothing still seems to happen. Night Vale.
I heard, and I just look at Gyro. Any other suggestion?
No. Mm. See, now we can prove that she's without a soul, and this guy is dumb.
I'm going to suggest to you again, we can sleep for today and come back here tomorrow.
And we can
No.
have the cleric actually look at Sakura.
We'll have the cleric prove that he's a dumbass. Let's go.
Shrug.
And speaking of that, Night Vale will bring Sakura in.
Oh no, I'm not going in.
Coming in
That's
too.
right.
Penguin, you're carrying Sakura in.
And he kind of looks up. Huh? What? Why?
Because I can't. Night Vale doesn't want to go in, and Gyro
I'm
can't.
carrying her in. Nope, I'm coming in.
No, you're not.
I am. This is my girlfriend. I'm coming in.
How heroic of you.
And Pingwing's still looking a little nervous. Does this mean that I still have to carry her?
Yes, because Gyro can't go in.
I am going in.
And like Pingwing is like looking back and forth. It's kind of like Mom said one thing, Dad said another.
1 step forward, 3 steps back. Let's go.
Into the temple because I can brush past her.
What? Who does that? And then Pingwing is kind of going over and he hefts Zakira question mark. I guess is
Oh, no, I have Sakura.
Oh, you have Zakira.
Yes.
Gyro, you did send over there to talk with him. It sounds like he doesn't want you in there anymore.
Yeah, well, too bad.
Not you too bad, me. I wouldn't want you in my temple either if you tackled me like you did earlier today.
Oh, Gyro, if you do anything dumb, if you say anything dumb, both me and Penguin are going to make sure you stop saying something dumb.
You would desecrate a church like that.
Penguin gives a thumbs up to Dur. It sounds good to me.
You started it.
And he looks toward Gyro. And no hard feelings, but if you do start doing something dumb again, I'm gonna make sure you really do stop. His claws tink to each other again. But you know,
You don't scare me, Penguin.
and you don't scare me either. He says as he puffs up his chest. Puff. And he mumbles something about griffins. Before walking off in the direction of the temple. Walk, 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 walk.
I'm gonna try and heard what he mumbled.
Go for it!
I think I heard.
You heard him briefly mumble, "It's always the griffins. Why do they always have to be such dicks?"
He called you a dick, Dur.
Yeah, I somehow don't believe that.
He
Wasn't
called all
that-
griffins a dick. Or dicks.
What-
So yes, he called you a dick.
Tingling's ears
Wasn't
perk
that-
up. What? I said no such thing.
Wait. Then he called himself a dick.
Isn't he a hippogriff?
He's
Or
a hippogriff, yeah.
Yeah. He's
They're
half
not
a
really
dick.
related to griffins.
He's not a griffin, really.
In the ponyverse, they're not at all related.
That makes no sense.
I mean, like, griffins are just bird and cat. Hippogriffs are just bird and horse. They're different things. Different things, but regardless, you guys argue, left and right, whisper, and then Pingwing acting super interested. Then arrive toward the doors of the temple, wherein you see the cleric already in front, and he is standing tall with his staff and looking down the steps. He seems to be glaring at the gyro one. He doesn't say anything. He's just glaring. What are you guys doing?
I take Zakira up to him.
You gotta raise-
Reluctantly, my friends say you might have a better idea.
And he keeps his eyebrows raised. You call my god a false god to desecrate the sanctity of my temple, and then
Not
have
soft
the... And he kind of holds
I was
up...
not referring to soft whisper.
He holds up a paw. Now, child. I heard what you said earlier, he says as he shakes his head. And though you have done all these things, he says as if he's going to waylay the worst possible judgment, I will help you. And he picks her up. Whoosh. Look at that. Once again, his arms seem to be kind of that weird, have that weird glowy aura around them. It's pretty nice. He picks her up. Though I would ask if you stay out of this temple.
As long as I have no business here, I will stay away from the temple.
And he nods, and he enters. Seems to be just taking Zakira into the temple.
Sure, will follow.
I follow.
And he stops as you follow in. Do you need me to speak a language that is not Sphinx, Griffin?
I agreed, as long as I have no business here. Presently, you have my girlfriend, who I am very worried about.
And he does not turn around. Well, put your worries at ease, he says as he keeps his composure. You heard the terms in which I will help you. Please respect them.
Mimli, how much is a room for the night? I think this is going to take a while.
A room will cost you 5 silver.
Alright, is that with a meal and such?
That is not with a meal.
How much for a meal?
Gold total.
Alright.
There you go. Gyro?
Let's see. Yes. I think I have a solution to this.
Gyro, stop being a stubborn ass. Find out next time.
I say all right and stop following him. I wait for him to turn around
He doesn't turn around.
and start wandering. Oh, I must start wandering back until he starts moving on,
Like wandering back? Like, what do you mean?
or I get out of sight. Whichever.
Like, are you saying wandering back like you're going back out the door? Question mark?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he stays in place, his back turned to you as you start wandering backwards, and doesn't start walking forward again until you are just outside the temple doors, and then begins walking
Cool.
forward again.
I am going to disguise myself as a sphinx. With a chemical allocation and a disguise other potion.
You can feel free to give me a disguise check if you wish.
Oh man, this is plus 10 on top of 15 or 14. 14 to be a sphinx.
14 to be a sphinx. And you certainly peacock sphinxify yourself.
Cool. Now I try and go back in.
You go back in. His walking does not stop as he gets up to the altar. Where are you going, oh Sphinxy Peacock one?
I'm going to sit near the altar, but like in the audience, sort of.
You know, there's no one else here.
This is fine. I'm a peacock. I'm a sphinx.
And yep, he stops out there, and he sits down, and he acts completely normal as he sets her down onto the podium, or sorry, the altar itself, like that big central place, like where you can kind of walk around among the masses while he delivers sermons. Kind of sets her there a moment. He turns back, and he notices the Sphinx. He looks lazily over. He raises an eyebrow. And what are you doing here, child? Who might you be?
I am just here to pray.
Yes? Well, let's hear it. He smiles. Oh, he smiles.
I prefer silent prayers. Yes.
No, you whisper them so you can't hear them because soft whisper.
Yeah, exactly. I whisper them. I whisper fake prayers.
You start whispering, and his smile broadens. Oh, you are only supposed to do that, child, when you're in confessionals, but I believe there is only one lie that you have here to tell me today. Unless there's any reason why you should tell me that you are in a church on Deity Day. He gives a really weird smile.
I'm going to say I know nothing about this.
He points to the door.
Like, I'm sorry I didn't pay attention in the past. I'll remember this in the future, then put on my calendar. Bye.
God, who needs Saturday morning cartoons with this going on?
I really wish I had my invisibility potion, but I apparently don't have one yet.
Yes, he has pointed to the door, however, with his big wide grin.
Oh shit, I did have a potion of invisibility. I wasn't scrolled down long enough. God damn it.
That's funny.
Admittedly, it's only 3 minutes. No, 2 minutes, so... wouldn't be that useful. Alright, I'll reluctantly go out the door.
He keeps pointing and watching you go all the way out the door until you are just past it, wherein you see him within Gyro spin his staff, and then boom, the door is closed. He kind of does that thing where he dusts off his paws somewhat like comically near you, Dur. Well, stubborn that one is.
Yeah, and not educated at his religion. He so totally follows.
He kind of nods a little bit. Ah, yes, yes. Well, I have to say he's not good at He kind of leans forward and kind of whispers a little bit. Disguising himself either, if you ask me.
Not at all.
One might say he's peacocking around, and he smiles. Gives a little turtle. Oh, make myself crack up. He picks up the body again. And as he does, you see him taking her to that back room that you guys have so lovingly gotten acquainted to before. Setting her on the central table as she was before at one point, kind of going over her body. Yes, yes. He kind of squints somewhat oddly. And you see him kind of pull up his holy symbol. Or not his holy symbol, his necklace, which is, I mean, effectively his holy symbol, but he seems to kind of press it into his chest a little bit. He squints down, She gives a presence to something that I had not seen before.
Oh, that ain't good.
Something that I'm able to feel through my necklace here. And he points toward his, which he has pressed into his chest right now. As he kind of separates his paws a little bit, you see that the central little gem that's beset in the center is like very lightly glowing. And he closes his paws again, like keeps it pressed there. Squinting. If your friend has lost their soul, there would be nothing. He kind of squints and he looks to you, Dur. Do you wish me to proceed in attempting to wake her?
You don't happen to, somehow also feel the soul of the evil Damien in her, right? Hopefully no.
He kind of looks down. I cannot tell. Though, he kind of like looks, squints at her, and then seems to just like look towards you, Dur. If I was to guess, someone like that wouldn't dare split his soul into more than 2 pieces. He shakes his head. No, I think he's imparted that on your friend already. Yes? He seems to be speaking about Night Vale.
Certainly.
He looks down toward her.
Voldemorted it. It's gone to 7.
And he looks down towards Akira here. And he seems to kind of ponder a little bit. He's pondering a lot of things. Ponder. Why is it that whenever I have a meeting with you Bannermanes, it always goes south for the winter? He rolls his eyes and kind of sets them on you, Dur. Especially one of Amden's, what do they call them down in Takalai? Goody little 2 shoes. He smiles and offers a paw as a perch.
Dur will take the perch, not wanting to offend.
And he brings you on the perch over towards Akira. Kind of sets you on her chest a little bit. So I leave it up to you. Do you wish me to attempt to wake her, or keep her as she is?
I mean, waking her is the ultimate goal, hopefully. I don't know what Damien did to her. All I know is he does have some strange mind-controlling magic or something. We saw it before, back in Somethingsville.
How about on the fucking priest?
He kind of thinks a little bit.
That too, on you also.
Well, I am not familiar with this Somethingsville, but if you wish me to do it, I will. And you better keep your bird friend in check if anything goes south, because he kind of like looks to you there. Next time I am barged upon in my own temple, he will not be a very happy bird if he winds up leaving here a bird at all.
Noted.
He smiles. Very well then. Clear yourself from her body so I may work and go inform your friends of the news. He waves his staff again, wherein Gyro, you see the doors open again.
Okay, Dur will flutter off and go towards the doors to tell Gyro, who's probably waiting right outside.
Yes.
Well, A, don't come in, or you may, just die, who knows. But B, he does feel something in her and thinks he could probably wake her, so he'll do that.
Okay. Then why hasn't he just started yet?
Because he wanted me to tell you.
Well, he's wasting time.
We've got plenty of time. Sure, Baps Gyro.
We do not.
Well, the cleric said he'll be working on her to try to see if he could wake her. Which probably might take some time. So what are you guys doing?
Probably waiting.
Yeah. We're gonna
So
wait right
Gyro's
here.
gonna wait outside, and Jerry's gonna float her back up to watch.
I'm partying, so
Alright. Well, in this case, if you guys are waiting outside, you'll find yourself waiting. 1 hour passes. 2 hours pass. 3 hours and it's sunset. The cleric still has not come out, nor have you seen him wandering in the inside of the temple.
I mean, Jer's watching, so
Oh, watching him,
Hunting's-
watching him
Hunting's
inside?
gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
Well, if you're watching him
door's
closely...
never closed.
Gotcha. Well, if you're watching him closely, I mean, he would be more than able to inform you that this is going to take a fair while, perhaps till the morning.
The peacock will not leave the temple doors until there is an answer, so might as well stay.
Well, you could either say that if he wishes to actually help her when she is to come around, he should go sleep and get his strength back, lest he try to come up against me again. And he smiles. Though, if he is that insistent, then he pulls up a pillow and gives it to you. Well, he tries to give it to you and then realizes, oh man, he's a tiny bird. And he kind of pulls it down. I could leave him this, I suppose. He waves his staff, and the pillow levitates out. Until Gyro, poof, you're paffed in the back of the head with a pillow.
I sit on it.
It is a good pillow. Stuffed full of what seems to be pink feathers.
What feathers?
Pink feathers.
I see.
Stop mocking me! Rips up the pillow.
So you now have a pillow. Dur, what are you doing? I mean, you guys said
Jer will find somewhere to curl up and probably will eventually slip into sleep as the night goes on.
some place to curl up. Yeah, where in?
Assuming there's a shelf or
Yes.
something.
I know.
Yep.
I'm just asking like where
Yep.
you were curling up. Okay. In the shelves and something. Yes, you do find yourself a neat little cuckoo clock, as a matter of fact, that doesn't seem to be entirely functional up on the side. Might be missing a gear or two. Who knows? But there's a nice little spot in there to curl up in. Your cuckoo bird. Oh, got him. The night goes on. Mind, however, that before getting into any more big things, I think that's probably a good place to wrap up session today.
Aww. It's
Uh-huh.
only been 2 hours.
Has it? I'm not used to mountain time yet. Yeah. It's kind of like I know what's coming up kind of deal, and also like that would make a longer session in its own regard. So I would say we wrap up here for today.
Alright, where's Night Vale sleeping though?
Oh yeah, where's
Yeah,
that?
where's Night Vale?
Gyro's
Somewhere
not sleeping.
comfy.
What was
Yeah,
that?
he's sleeping. Somewhere comfy.
The
I
comfiest.
said Gyro's not sleeping.
Gyro's not sleeping. Alright, so keep in mind that I believe you are fatigued. Yes?
Yeah, I'll be fatigued.
You are fatigued. Night Vale, the comfiest place to wrap up are the Bannermains HQ, wherein they have
Oh,
nice
no.
comfy beds. Look at that.
That's not comfy. They suck.
What? I don't know about that one, but that is the comfiest place. You said you were going somewhere comfy.
Somewhere comfy but nearby.
The closest other comfiest place would be the tavern, but you would need to get there earlier in the day rather than later if you wanted to square a room at the time that.
I'll just find a comfy place on the street.
a comfy.
You need to get your camping stuff out, put up a tent.
I think you.
Yeah.
I think you lose the comfy aspect there for the most part, and the
It's
guards
comfy for him.
and the guards would ask you to take down a tent if you put one up.
Oh, not tents, just... Oh, this look like a place I
He's
can
a smith.
sleep.
You see, Mimely, Night Vale is a horse.
Yes.
He is.
He was a horse.
He could sleep standing up.
You find a nice alley between houses to sleep in? Question mark?
Yeah.
Give me a D100. Nice. And you do well at doing it. Nobody sees.
You get the old lady with the broom.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't actually encounter anybody with a broom or a bucket full of water. Oh, nice. As you go to sleep, we'll wrap up session here as morning rolls around, and walking from the back room, likely waking up during the process, you see a somewhat dreary-looking Zakira who is shuffling up to her hose and being supported by the cleric who is walking her down the altar steps toward the outside. We wrap up session there. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna push the buttons to say bye, 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 bye.